What do you guys think? You think we're gonna be able to get that using that up into there? We gotta go up and into a hole. It's gonna be pretty tight. What are you guys betting? We gotta go up here. We've gotta get it between this opening right here. Gotta go down in there. I see that, Ken. Here's some questions. How are we hooking that to this? Or are we not? But we have to, because once we get it up over that lip, then we've got to drop it down. I mean, do you want to try it without the chain pull? So what I was thinking is get another small piece of chain from the shop, put it around here, and then we can hook it. But that, you guys didn't take into account that measurement with putting it in, right?
So, well, because we had a couple different thought process. If we hook this just to the forks, it's 33 inches and it gives us a full foot clearance through there. You have 44 inches for clearance from the gunnel to the overhead. Set it in, set it down, because this is tall enough that you could send it over and drop it down on the deck.
And then rig the chain fall.
And then rig the chain fall once we have a little bit more clearance and room to play with.
All right. You guys ready? Hey, so I can't hear really good. Nothing works on this. The steering is sketchy. The throttle is very sketchy. You have to rev it like 3/4 of the way up to get it to move. So make sure, and I can't hear anything. So make sure we're staying clear, hands and feet, and we're communicating clearly, okay? Coming forward.
So we're gonna try to, how's it go up and down? Pretty smooth? We try to get as close to this without, so we have it.
Ready?
Go slow, nice and slow. Okay, stop there.
There's some plywood in the back of the truck. If it's not too high, yeah. All right, so today we're going to be loading a generator into a yacht. The wall lift got rented, is a little sketchy, a little old and beat up. So you may want to subscribe now to see how this turns out. So here we are, attempt number 1.
Clear. Good. Slide straight in, rig it in.
Like,
Well, I can boom out more, but I'll have to drop it down.
yeah.
I think we did a pretty dang good job getting that generator up in that boat, all things considered. What do you think? You guys would have done anything different? Let me know.
Very easy though.
There you go. That's it.
So here's the thing, is once we get it up, get the stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Is he gonna set it back down, then reposition himself?
No, if we can get the chain fall to pick up from right here and get it this high enough, then we drop it down and get the clearance through here. This is already lined up to go straight center over this, then we chain fall it straight down.
Yeah, but this is the front of the generator.
We're gonna spin it.
As long as we can spin it. And why
if I-
don't we just put the chain pawl on it, pull it up, get the pallet out of the way, flip this up out of the way, then we can spin it and then bring it in and drop it in.
That's the plan. We just gotta figure out how we're gonna mount the chain fall to this safely.
In the back of the forklift at work, there's small pieces of chain.
We just need to grab those.
And then-
wrap them. Yep.
Here's
Yeah.
my only flaw with the whole thing is you're gonna hang that chain fall, right? And you're gonna pick this. You gotta be able to get over the hole with that fence or the fork truck, right?
And I think minus this and minus the amount of slack we're going to take out of the chain fall, we should be able to clear that. If we can't from this side, then we're going to have to re-jock and then try to go from here. And if that doesn't fit, then we're either going to have to find some way to mount the chain fall to the top of these, like with a bar or something across it where it will take that extra slack out. But since we're already lined up, since we already have this here,
Yeah.
I think if we could manage to get enough slack out of the chain fall, get enough slack out of it when we mount up here, and enough slack out of this, and then minus that pallet, we're going to be able to get enough lift to move the pallet, secure the hatch out of the way because we've already got that set up, and then all we have to do is drop and extend, and it's already lined up, and we can spin it here. You know what I'm saying? We can come up with a way to spin it.
Can we move these forks up at all or not?
No, that's where they are.
So we need a piece of chain for the chain fall. Do we have anything in the back of the? Oh,
No.
that's not your fault.
Well, I'll go ask Antonio.
This side.
Yeah, that's good.
Trying to put a little something on it. See, I think this side too. Keep it clear. I'm gonna keep going.
Real close. How are we looking on these straps? Hang on.
So, what we may have to do is set it back down, back out so the chain's out here. It can be, yeah, do you have a bolt?
I agree. I think we gotta put this down.
But you can just, we can
Do we
leave
take
it
these-
set up and let you pick it back up.
Well, if
don't
we get
have
the
to do-
pallet out of here, that gives us more up and down.
Yeah, we could try to hook the,
Hook a player. Let's try to get one more link out of this top up here.
can we hold that strap so when I unhook it?
Yeah, if we come down a little more.
Oh, wait a minute, if we undo this and make it not cross. Go back through and then,
Oh, where's the hole? Right here, right?
yeah, well that would work. But you want to keep weight on this hook so that can't come off.
It's up there. We might have to extend it. No, we can't have to extend it.
Yeah.
Ready? So,
No, you just come down a touch, we'll slide that and have you move back as far as you can. So come down a little, we'll hold that and let you back up. Can you back straight out? Oh, we're tied off there. Yeah, hang on. That's good, that's good, that's good.
Wrap it around the frame.
Wrap that around the frame?
Put it around the frame.
Yeah,
The fork right there.
right here.
No.
Can I go use this?
Yeah, sure. Whatever
Alright.
you can make work. As long as it's tight.
Yeah. We can drop it a little more. Now wait a minute. Should we try to get more out of this or no?
more this way?
Yeah, because he's gonna have to come in till that back almost touches here. And hopefully we get enough. Alright. Yeah, that's probably good. Can you just go up? Straight up. Well, not straight. You know what I mean? Just go a little bit and then boom out and then.
to level these out before we go?
No, I'd rather have him tip back, I think, right now.
Okay.
He can always move back.
No, I'm just worried about this initial shock load and sliding back.
I want a little angle in those forks, and I don't want that thing slipping off.
I'm just not worried about it going back. That's all.
I think we'll be all right.
You think it's good? All right.
Tilt forward just a little bit. Tip your forks a little bit. Boom out and then go down a little and boom out and go down a little. Good. Now go out. Can we hold that out and drop it? You know what I mean? So we
need a tether line, then probably.
yeah, so listen, if we have them set back down, get another couple inches here, right?
Yeah.
Pick back up. We'll use a line to pull it that way and lower them in. And then once he's by the bottom of this, you should be able to just chain fall it down.
What if we? I think we're gonna have to jump on the stern.
Oh no.
No, you don't think so?
What if we tip the forks up? That gives us more clearance up on top there. And then if we tip the forks up, and then we can come down.
All we have to do is gain a couple inches there, right? We bring it back, we set it, we move that out a couple more inches. Then we put a line and pull and hold it out, and you get down below deck, and then the chain fall will take you the rest of the way. Yeah, well, it'll be right there at the vice grip. Like, that won't move. It'll
Yeah,
just...
I don't necessarily trust that vice grip. If that thing lets loose, that vice grip will probably pop off.
Right.
No, but it's not going to be any
So I'm just
worse
saying,
than it
take
is
that
right
chain
now.
that's running back here,
With that?
take the chain that's running back, and
Yeah.
tighten it up. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, no, so he was just worried about if it's too tight, that link coming off there. He wanted some sag in it instead of pulling tight.
Yeah,
Because if you pull tight, then you don't get the
right.
weight of the chain on that spot.
All right, so what's our next step?
So I think if we brought it back, gained a couple inches there, and then we put a line on it, because look, I can almost hold it myself out beyond there. So once you get by this, right?
Yep.
Then you lower it on the chain pole. Then you gain this much swing in that generator. So then you can push it out there, no problem, to where it needs to be.
What if we put that pallet back down here?
So it would be extra steps, but I feel like we wouldn't be wasting steps. We have enough clearance, for sure.
Yeah.
The way
let's
that
just
this is
come-
mounted right now,
Let's
right?
just come in through the back.
How
have
are you going
40
to shift that from here to that hole?
I have no shift this way.
fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
We would have to
You're
come
all,
in.
you're there. Once you get below
Yeah.
the deck of the boat,
Well, yeah, but hang on. If we came in like this, and with this opening,
So if you drove back, we set it on the we close this, set it back
once
down.
that's down below the floor of this, it'll have a lot more swing and we'll be able to pull it right where it needs to be. A little more. Good. Now, tip forward. Well, put the boom down a little bit. Now boom out. Go down, but just a touch. If you go too far, you only got this much. So you should be good right there. Once we get that underneath the
2 people and push it. I think we
But
do.
we gotta run that chain pole pretty fast. We can't run this for a long time. Alright. Now go down.
Are we looking good? I think we're gonna make it.
Okay, so I think, hold on. Whoa. I think I can we let it go straight now? Okay. Now we can go nice and slow and do whatever we want to do.
Generator was back. Yeah, and this I'm saying we're gonna have to get it down and slide it.
Yeah, okay.
I think we can slide this, but then once it's
I think we get 2 people on there.
That way as we
So
can.
let's get that toolbox and that ladder out of there. Get that plastic stuff, get everything out of there that's in the way.
Can we unhook it and just take the whole All you
Generator.
gotta do, that's what you tell me every day. All you gotta do.
That's gotta be like your new saying, Matt. For everything. No matter how easy or complicated it is.
All you gotta do.
All you gotta do is go and fix it. That's it. It's in the name. We fix boats. All you gotta do is fix it.
Alright, what are we doing today, guys?
Today we are removing a electric motor.
Yep. This morning we got the generator in place. And then what we got to do is, now that this is kind of out of the way, we're going to take this cover off. We should be able to get access to the Alco electric drive motor that's mounted on top of the shaft seal. And the reason why we got to get underneath it is the shaft seal is leaking. So we got to replace the shaft seal. So we're going to see if we actually have to take the electric motor out in order to get to the shaft seal. All you got to do is change out a shaft seal. That's it. That's all this is.
All it is.
All this is change out of one simple seal. It's like that big. All right, so welcome back to another exciting edition of Remove That Motor. So we got the generator in here. We got the cover off for the Alco electric drive motor. And what we're working on right now is in order to change out the shaft seal, which is directly below this, because of the design of the boat and the way that everything is installed, it's impossible to get to the shaft seal with this motor still installed. So we're disconnecting it and coming up with a game plan to slide it out and lift it up just like we did with the generator. And I think what we're gonna do as we go, get it unbolted from its mounts here. There's 4 of them. These are an all thread that go all the way through. So we're gonna try to get those to go down as far as we can, just to the point when we're ready to lift this out. We're gonna bring the lull over, hook it up to its eyelets right there in the center, lift it, slide it on some 2x4s until we get it nice and centered, chain follow it up.
Alright, so what are we doing back on this boat, Chris?
We were here yesterday in preparation for removing the shaft seal. First thing is work on getting the prop off. So we got the prop off using a prop knocker. Once we got that off, we took the anodes off of the shaft. It's really important that you got to clean up that shaft, because once you start moving this shaft out, all of that corrosion and everything that's been building up on the shaft is going to rip right through that cutlass bearing. So we cleaned all of that stuff up. And now that there has been a lot of prep work that went into getting to here. So as you can see, the black boot right there was the original shaft seal. That's what went bad. You can also see that there is a gear that's loosely on the shaft in these belt, and where this mounting bracket's a huge electric motor sat in our way. So we had to get the electric motor out so we could get access to the shaft seal. So now that we have access to it, we had to take the propeller, the zincs off. Then we had to actually take the belt, excuse me, we had to take the gears off of the shaft. Now that the one gear is loose off of the shaft, then we had to break loose the coupler from the actual transmission. There was 6 bolts that just went in there. Now where we're at is that black pipe that's sticking in there is on a socket that was shaved off so it would actually fit in there around the nut, and that nut keeps the coupler attached to the shaft. In order to get some tension on there, we're going to just lightly put the prop back on, block it so it doesn't move, and then just use probably a breaker bar and that 3/4 inch ratchet there with the socket to break that loose. What do you think? Feeling good about it?
Let's hope it's as easy as it sounds.
Do you like it? Do you love it?
I love it.
All right.
So that generator job took all of us and a lot of figuring and angles and things like that. What would you guys have done different? This job took a lot of figuring as we moved along. How do you think we did?